so much potential.
But by then, it was too late.
You are running out of time, and you are still scrolling? But hey, maybe the next video will finally fix your life, right? Spoiler, it won't. The average person wastes over 2 hours a day on useless distractions. That's a full month every year. Gone. Dead. Buried.
What?
One day, you will wake up and realize you are out of time. And the worst part? You won't even remember where it all went. This is exactly what happens when you spend 40 minutes watching videos about productivity without being productive. But it's not procrastination, right? You are just gathering motivation, building momentum, aligning your chakras, whatever makes it sound less pathetic. Here's the part no one tells you. Most of your procrastination isn't laziness. It's emotional confusion wearing sweatpants. You are not undisciplined. You are just emotionally unaware, and your brain is sneakier than you think. Meanwhile, your goals are rotting in the corner, your dreams are on life support, and your future self? Yeah, they are drafting your apology letter. So let's stop pretending. If you have ever felt stuck, spiraled in guilt, or turned into a PhD-level scroller, then prepare for the voyage inside the murky waters of time, self-deception, and that mysterious force that turns "I'll do it later" into "I never did it." This isn't another productivity pep talk. It's a brutal audit of your life and how to reclaim it before it slips through your fingers. So here's the part where we pretend your procrastination is just bad habits and that waking up at 5 a.m. magically solves everything. But let's get scientific, shall we? Because your brain has a way of ruining your dreams before you even open Google Docs. Deep in your brain, there's a lovely almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Sounds cute, right? Well, it's not. It's the drama queen of your nervous system.
Drama queen? You're the drama queen, mister.
Always screaming. Danger. Pain. Panic. Every time you try to do something remotely uncomfortable, like studying, starting a project, or opening your bank app, and guess what? Studies show that people with larger amygdalae are more prone to chronic procrastination. Why? Because they overreact emotionally, avoid discomfort, and basically turn every task into an existential threat. Meanwhile, the part of your brain that's supposed to keep you on track, the prefrontal cortex, is like a lazy supervisor. It's supposed to regulate your emotions, make decisions, and remind you that future you will hate you for binge-watching anime instead of doing your assignment. But in chronic procrastinators, this regulation is weaker than a free trial password. Now add dopamine to the mix, your brain's hype man for instant gratification. Every time you check your phone, scroll TikTok, or reorganize your desktop files instead of writing that resume, you get a little dopamine treat. It's the biological equivalent of your brain saying, "Yay, we avoided responsibility again." You are not just lazy, you are neurochemically rewarding yourself for avoidance. Every single time. And let's not forget the sneakiest villains.
They're villains.
Invisible busy work and decision fatigue. That to-do list full of tasks like rename folders or buy another productivity app makes you feel productive, but it's just avoidance in disguise. Then there's decision fatigue. By 2 p.m., you've already made 184 micro-decisions about food, clothes, and whether to reply to that "hey" text. So your brain taps out when it's time to do something meaningful.
Unfortunately, I have a lot on my plate today,
So no, it's not about willpower. It's about your biology outsmarting your goals like a sneaky little traitor.
You little traitor!
And unless you understand how this machine operates,
How does this place work?
The machine simply does not operate as expected.
you will keep pressing snooze on your potential.
Boop! That's me hitting the snooze button.
Let's be real. Most people set goals like they are making a wish list for the universe. But what if the real problem isn't your goals? It's how you relate to time itself. It's not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things over the right time, blocks, and letting systems do the heavy lifting. First, get honest. Are your goals really yours or just leftovers from someone else's expectations? Becoming a doctor, marrying by 30,
Ooh, married.
Almost married.
buying a house, is this your dream or your Aunt Carol's?
You know what'll make you feel better, Aunt Carol?
Time only matters if it aligns with your core values, the stuff that makes you feel alive, not just accomplished. Most people think in to-do lists. The top 1% think in time horizons. Decades, not days. Patterns, not panic. Systems, not streaks. Track your time like you track calories when you start a diet, painfully, awkwardly, and without lying to yourself. Relying on motivation is like expecting a raccoon to guard your pizza. It won't end well.
Oops.
Build habits that move you automatically toward your goals. Tiny, repeatable, boring wins. If brushing your teeth requires motivation, you are doomed. Labeling yourself a chronic procrastinator is like naming your Wi-Fi failure mode activated. It becomes your brand. Change the story. You are not lazy, you are misaligned. Not every blinking notification deserves your life force. Most urgent things are just badly planned things in disguise. Fear is the real-time thief. You delay things not because they are hard, but because you fear messing up. So start creating safe zones, environments where failure doesn't mean shame, it means feedback. If beating yourself up worked, you'd be a billionaire by now. Clearly it doesn't. Try this. Treat yourself like someone worth helping. That's not fluff. That's strategy. So if you are tired of managing tasks and ready to manage your trajectory, start thinking in decades, tracking your time like a scientist and shifting from chaos to clarity, one boring system at a time. Because what's coming next is how to apply this in real life without burning out or joining a cult.
It's just another cult.
Okay, so now you understand that procrastination isn't just a you problem, it's a whole brain-body-emotion sabotage setup. But knowing it exists won't magically stop it from wrecking your life. So here's how to start breaking the cycle, without selling your soul to hustle culture or moving to a yurt. Discipline is not hiding inside a $300 productivity app. You are not going to find it in another 8-hour self-help audiobook either. The only person who can build your systems is you. Unfollow the guru, grab a pen. Yes, mindfulness is more than just breathing in lavender candles. Regular meditation literally shrinks the amygdala, the anxiety drama queen we roasted earlier. The pain is in the anticipation, not the doing. That's according to Solving the Procrastination Puzzle by Timothy Peichel. Getting started is 90% of the war. After that, momentum kicks in like caffeine. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. If it takes more, start it for 2 minutes. If your workspace looks like a tech scrapyard, your brain will act like one. Remove friction. Make the thing you need to do easy to start. You will scroll. So schedule it. Use dopamine as a reward, not an escape route. Forget streaks and hacks. Think decades, not dopamine. You are not building a productivity streak. You are building a life. Laundry sucks. Podcasts don't. Pair them. Dreaded task plus dopamine source equals done. You don't need a comeback montage. You need to win before breakfast. Make bed, drink water, journal one sentence. Stack enough of these and you stop feeling like a failure by noon. Being kind to yourself isn't lazy. It's neuroscience. According to Kristen Neff, self-compassion fuels motivation more sustainably than shame ever could. As Eckhart Tolle would say, your inner critic is just an overworked voice actor pretending to be useful. Mute it.
Realize that there is a voice in your head and that there are thoughts, and you realize that some of those thoughts are negative, and many of those thoughts actually are not only unnecessary but make your life very difficult, such as worry.
Most people don't procrastinate alone. They suffer alone. Join a study group, get a body double, or at least message someone who won't ghost you. Look, the brain's default is survival, not fulfillment. So don't beat yourself up for defaulting to comfort, just interrupt the loop. One small win, one realignment, one tiny rebellion at a time. Now, what does it look like when you actually take back your time? That's what we'll wrap up with next. So let's be honest, if you are still watching, chances are you are not just casually curious about time, you've probably lost more of it than you are comfortable admitting. You are not alone. We've all scrolled through the bottom of the feed, rearranged apps like it was therapy, or deep cleaned a toaster just to avoid doing the one thing that actually matters. But one thing is for sure, you are not lazy, you are likely overwhelmed, misaligned, or just too hard on yourself to move forward. The way out isn't more pressure, it's smarter choices, smaller steps, clearer priorities. In her TED Talk, Laura Vanderkam said it best, time is a choice. We don't make time, we choose how to spend it. And guess what? We spend it on what we prioritize.
I don't have time often means it's not a priority. If you think about it, that's really more accurate language. I mean, I could tell you I don't have time to dust my blinds, but that's not true. If you offered to pay me $100,000 to go dust my blinds, I would get to it pretty quickly. Since that is not going to happen, I can acknowledge this is not a matter of lacking time. It's that I don't want to do it. Using this language reminds us that time is a choice.
So if you are serious about breaking the cycle, not just for today, but for every version of you that's still stuck in survival mode, then start making different choices. I've linked an ebook in the description that goes deeper into practical strategies to rewire your approach to time, motivation, and yes, even procrastination, without needing to become a productivity robot. Read it, skim it, highlight the heck out of it, But don't just scroll past it and pretend you'll come back later. That's how the loop wins. Because this time, the time is yours. What you do with it next, well, that's the whole story, isn't it?
I truly believe this. There is time. Even if we are busy, we have time for what matters. And when we focus on what matters, we can build the lives we want in the time we've got.